Hello all, I am Professor SR Singhe. Once again welcome to my YouTube channel. If you want to watch more videos related to data connection subject, please like, share and subscribe my channel so that you can get latest updates from my channel. In my previous video, I have explained about introduction to data communications and networking. If you have not watched my last video, visit to link given in description to watch my last video. In today's lecture, I am going to explain you about network topology. To prepare this video, I have referred Data Communications and Networking book by Behruz A. Frozen, 4th edition. So in today's lecture, I am going to explain you about network topology. What is meant by network topology and what are the different types of network topology. So first of all, we will see what is meant by network topology. Network topology gives a way in which network devices are connected to link. Okay. So in last video, I have explained you about computer network or what is a network. So network is nothing but when two or more devices are connected to each other by using a link or through a link. Okay. So network topology is nothing but it gives a way in which these devices are connected to link. So these devices can be any device like mobile or workstation or printer or tablet or personal computer. So when these devices are connected to a link means a transmission media or it is a cable. So network topology gives a way in which these devices are connected to link. Network topology is also called as geometric representation of all the links and the linking devices to each other. Okay, so in network topology, we are going to show how these links are connected to the devices diagrammatically. Now, next point is categories of topology. So there are 6 types of network topology. First is bus topology, second is ring topology, third is star topology, fourth is mesh topology, fifth is tree topology, and sixth is hybrid topology. So in this video, I will explain you all the types of topologies one by one and their advantages and disadvantages. So first of all, we will see what is meant by bus topology. So this diagram shows the example of bus topology. Bus topology is a type of topology. It is a type of multi-point connection in which all devices are connected to a single bus cable by using drop line and tap. Okay. So in bus topology, all the devices are connected to a single link by using a drop line and tap. Okay, so as shown in diagram, these are the three devices, device 1, devices 2 and devices 3. So these three devices are connected to a single cable, okay, or single bus cable. That's why it is called as the bus topology, and it is a type of multi-point connection. Okay, so what is mean by multi-point connection? When multiple devices are connected to a single point, then it is called as a multi-point connection. Okay, so in a bus topology, multiple devices are connected to a single bus cable by using a drop line and a tap. Okay, so this drop line is used to connect devices to the main cable. Okay, so this drop line is used to connect the device to a main cable, and tap is used to connect this drop line to the main cable. Okay, so by using this tap, the main cable is connected to the drop line. Okay, next, it transmits data only one direction. So bus topology transmit the data in only one direction. Okay, so we'll see how data is sent in the bus topology. Okay, so suppose there is one more device, device A. Okay, this is device B, this is device C, and this is device D. Okay, now there is a cable in. Now suppose device A want to send the data to device D. Okay, so this device A is a sender and this device D is a receiver. Okay, now when device A send the data, so data is sent in both direction, means data is sent to this side and so will send to the this side. Okay, so when data is sent to this side, so data will be go to the end of the cable and data will be discard. Okay, because there is no device at the left side. Okay, so when the data will go to the right side, it will be received by each device, means the station B will also receive the data, station C will also receive the data, and station D will also receive the data. Okay, next each device is going to check the destination address. Okay, so when data is sent, the data will contain the receivers or destination address. So when each device will receive the data, they will check for the destination address. Okay, so if this destination address contains the address of the B, no, then data will be discarded. If the data contains the destination of the C, no, the data will be discarded by C. If the data contains the destination of address of D, yes, then the D will accept the data. Okay, so in bus topology, when sender sends the data, then the data will be received by each station, and the station which destination address will be matched with the destination address of the data. This device only accept the data and other will discard the data. So this is how data is going to send in the bus topology. Next is there is limit in number of taps and distance between those taps. Okay, so why there is limit in number of taps and the distance between those taps? Because suppose if there are number of 100 devices. Okay, suppose there are 100 devices in the bus topology. Suppose this is the 100th device, this is the first device. Okay, so when we first device sending data to the last device, that is 100 device, then when data transfer from one device to another device, data is sent in the form of the signal. So this signal will lose the heat. Okay, it will create the heat and the signal will become a weaker and weaker, so there will be loss in data. Okay, so when the data or signal will received by 100 device, the data will be of no use. Okay, because the signal will become a weaker and weaker. That's why there is a limit in number of taps and distance between those taps. Now we will see what are the advantages of bus topology. Bus topology is cost effective as it requires at least cables. Okay, so in bus topology we require only single cable. That's why a bus topology is cost effective. Okay, as compared to other topologies. Next advantage is it is used in small networks. Okay, when we want to create a network within a small area, at that time we can use the bus topology. Next advantage is it is easy to install. If you want to create a new network by using bus topology, then it is easy to install and create. It is easy to expand by joining two cables together. Okay, so if you want to expand the bus topology, it is easy by joining the two ends of the cable. Suppose this is one bus topology, this is one bus topology, it is two ends of this topology, and this is second bus topology. Okay, so if you want to expand the bus topology, we can expand by joining these two ends of the cable. Okay, so it is easy to expand by joining two ends two cables ends together. Next, we will see what are the disadvantages of bus topology. If cable fails, then whole network will fail. Okay, so this is one of the important disadvantages of bus topology. Okay, so if this is our bus topology, okay, different devices are connected to this bus topology. Okay, if this single bus cable will fail, okay, then our whole network will be fail. Okay, so this is the disadvantage of bus topology. Second is, if network traffic is heavy or nodes are more, then the performance of the network will be decreased. Okay, so suppose if two or more than two devices are want to send the data at the same time. Okay, so device, so this is our bus topology. Okay, these are the different devices. Okay, so suppose all these devices want to send the data at the same time. Okay, this device, and this device want to send data at the same time, then there will be congestion in the network, and the network traffic will be heavy, or the network traffic will be increased. Okay, and if the number of nodes are more, then the performance of the network will be decreases. Okay, so if we are using more than 50 or more than 100 uh, nodes, then the performance of the bus topology is decreased. And cable has a limited length, so this is the one of the disadvantages. Okay, if you want to create the bus topology for a large network, we cannot use the bus topology for the high length or large network. So cable has a limited length. This is a one of the disadvantages of bus topology. And last is, it is slower than the link topology. Okay, as compared to other topology, or as compared to ring topology, the bus topology is slower. Okay, so these are the advantages and disadvantages of bus topology. Second type of topology is ring topology. In ring topology, each device is connected to its two neighbor devices to form a circular structure. So why it is called as the ring topology? In ring topology, each device has a connection with its two neighbor devices, and it form a circular structure. That's why it is called as the ring topology. Each device has point-to-point connection with other two devices. So in bus topology, we have seen bus topology uses the multi-point connection to connect multiple devices to a single cable. But in ring topology, each device has its point-to-point connection with other two devices. So when data sent in ring topology, the data is sent to each device. So data will send to the each device in the ring topology until it will reach to the destination. Okay, so suppose this is device A and this is device B. When A wants to send the data to B, the data will be sent to each device in one direction until it reaches to the destination. Okay, so likewise data is sent in a circular fashion in ring topology. A number of repeaters are used for ring topology to prevent the data loss. So repeaters are nothing but this is a device which is used to regenerate the signal. So when data is sent in the form of signal through transmission media, so data will lose its power and it will become a weak. So if data will become a weak, then data will be lost, then data will be not useful. So to regenerate the signal, or to increase the power of the weaker signal, or to recover the signal into the original form, repeaters are used. Okay, so repeaters are used in the ring topology to prevent the data loss. It uses token to prevent data traffic. Okay, so data traffic, it is one of the disadvantages of bus topology. When two or more devices want to send the data at the same time, then the data traffic will be increased in bus topology. So to overcome these disadvantages in the ring topology uses the token. Okay, so this token is circulated in the ring topology from one device to another device in a circular fashion. Okay, so the device which have the token will send the data and the other devices will receive the data. Okay, so data is sent by only the device which will have a token. Okay, so that's why the data traffic will be reduced in the ring topology. Now we will see what are the advantages of ring topology. First advantage is transmitting network is not affected by high traffic, as only the nodes having tokens can transmit the data. Okay, so data traffic is not a disadvantage in ring topology, because the node which having the token will only send the data and other devices will receive the data. That's why network will be not affected by the high traffic. Second is it is cheap to install and expand. Okay, so if you want to install the ring topology, then it is cheaper, and if you want to expand the topology by adding one or two more devices, we can easily add the device by connecting the only two ends of the devices. Then what are the disadvantages of ring topology? First disadvantage is adding or deleting the computers will disturb the network activity. Okay, if you want to add a new device or if you want to delete a device, the whole network will be disturbed. Then failure of one computer will disturb the whole network. Okay, if the any devices will fail, then whole network will be fail. Okay, so suppose these are the devices in the ring topology. Okay, if any of the devices will be fail, then whole network will be fail. Okay, so this is the disadvantages of ring topology. Next type of topology is star topology. In star topology, every node has its own dedicated point-to-point connection to the hub. Okay, so in star topology, each device is going to connect to the central hub. So hub is nothing but it is a connecting devices. Okay, so suppose there is one more device we have added. Okay, suppose this is another device we have added. So all these devices will be connected to the center hub. So hub is nothing but a device which will work as a connector. So this is look like a star shape. That's why it is called as the star topology. Hub acts as a central controller as well as a repeater for data flow. So this hub will work as a controller. Okay, so when we want to send the data to any device, so this device will send the data first to the hub, and by depending upon the destination address, the hub will send the data to the devices. So hub will work as a central controller as well as it is work as a repeater to regenerate the data if any signal will become weak or it will lose the power, then hub will regenerate the data. It does not allow direct traffic between two devices. So in star topology, there is no direct traffic or data is not directly sent from one device to another. Okay, so suppose this is station 1, this is station 2. Okay, when station 1 want to send the data to station 2, the data will not be sent directly to the station 2. Okay, instead the data will be sent to the hub. Okay, then hub will be check the destination address and this data will be sent to the station 2. Okay, so it does not allow direct traffic between two devices. Instead the data will be sent first to the hub and then hub will send the data to the destination device. Now we will see what are the advantages of star topology. First advantage is it has a fast performance with few nodes and low network traffic. Okay, so star topology has a fast performance as compared to ring topology and bus topology, and it does not have a network traffic. It has a low network traffic because data traffic is controlled by the central device, that is a hub. Hub can be upgraded easily. If you want to change the hub, or if you want to upgrade the hub, it can be easily changed. It is easy to troubleshoot. It is easy to set up and modify. Star topology is easy to install, and it is also easy for maintenance, or if it is easy to modify. If you want to add any device, or if you want to delete any device, then it is easy. Only that node is affected which has failed, then rest of the nodes can work smoothly. Okay, so if the any devices failed in the star topology, then our whole network will not be fail. Okay, that only one device will be affected and the rest of the network will work smoothly. Okay, so these are the advantages of star topology. Next we will see disadvantages of star topology. First disadvantage is cost of installation is high, because the central devices which we are going to use to connect the device, that is hub, it is very expensive. That's why the cost of installation is high. Second is, if the hub fails, then the whole network is stopped, because all the nodes depend on the hub. So in star topology, if our central controller or hub will be fail, then our whole network will be fail and whole network will stop working, because all the nodes are going to send to the hub. That's why if the hub will fail, then the whole network will be fail. And third disadvantage is performance is based on the hub, that it depends on the its capacity. Okay, so performance of the star topologies depend upon the hub and its capacity. Okay, so if hub has more capacity, then performance of the star topology which will be high. Okay, so these are the advantages and disadvantages of star topology. So in next video we will discuss about the remaining type, that is mesh topology, tree topology and hybrid topology. I hope you all will be like my video. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you all for watching my video.